think it's only 11 songs.
Yo, Kodak got a couple. Like, yo, two of the pop.
So if I get to tell y'all what's a classic to me,
No,
we'll
please.
be here all day, gang.
No,
Yo.
dead serious. I
But-
feel like when an album gets better every time you listen to it, no matter how long it's been out.
Quick sidebar, because we're going to continue this conversation. I listened to the College Dropout on the way here. Buddha, don't tweet today. Don't tweet again today, Buddha. Whatever you... I don't know if you've tweeted so far. When this episode comes out, don't tweet that whole day. Don't you ever compare an album like that in your life, bruh. Nigga, like, that's my thing. If we're going to loosen the reins on the classic argument, because I will admit, I have been one of them niggas that do not put the classic label on a lot of things. If we going to loosen the reins, that top 1% that I'm going to allow y'all to share that title with, y'all can't talk about, like, jokingly, like, no, really, it's better. No, it's not. No, it's not.
What did he say?
He said, "Take Care is better than the College Dropout."
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I'm not mad at that at all.
I was furious at that shit.
So where I'm at with this is I think people are too pretentious
I like that.
when it comes to music.
Yeah.
I think you guys think your opinion means more than it does. And I think you guys think that having these little niche albums and masterpieces that we put in this one category and it's only 9 of them in history. Like, y'all do too much. Y'all are doing too much, bro. Because what a classic symbolizes for me simply is, yo, this is some shit for its time that everybody loved. It's really that simple for me. Like, and obviously the music has to add up. So I'm not talking. I don't care how many people like For All the Dogs. It's not a classic album. It's
terrible.
I'm sorry I went to Drake first. He was
One of the worst albums ever.
Easy to gotta go to. I don't care how much people like Might Delete Later. It's not a classic album.
There we go.
I don't care how
fuck
many.
Nelson. Say that again. Go ahead.
I literally was the first thing that popped in my head. Nelson's about to start leaving angry comments.
Yeah, bro. So
burner.
it's about the impact. It is about the music. If the music is great, if the impact is felt, then it can be considered a classic.
Okay.
Where I think people... Let me backtrack. Ish said this a lot. And he used to say it to me when arguments when he was wrong about some shit. And I'll be like, bro, like, you changed your words first. You can't tell me words mean things after you changed yours first. But anyways, Ish says all the time, words mean things.
Jesus Christ. I just had crazy deja vu. Keep going.
And he says all the time, words mean things. Yeah. And they do. Yeah. And the classic word does not mean the best album we've ever heard in life. Classic just means memorable. Classic just means impactful, bro. Timeless. That's a great word. That's right. And that is all a classic album is to me. So if the album is timeless, if it's impactful, if it has great music on it, it can be considered a classic. Where we need to split and where we need to draw the line that Ish loves to draw, that I think is important, is a masterpiece.
I like that.
Now, Ish, I make fun of him. I know he doesn't really believe this, but I'll be like, you only think it's 25 classics, so X can't be that classic.
I don't even push back because you damn near close. I think when we wrote it down, it was like 40.
Type shit. So it's like, I always like, bro, it's 100, 150 classic albums. There are 20 masterpieces. There are 15 masterpieces.
Okay.
And so if we want to have the conversation about who actually has a masterpiece and then who has multiple, now we can have some fun. Okay. But this whole, it's not a classic. Comparing the track list. It's like, dog, like you're comparing track lists 30 years apart from different time periods. Like, it's not, classics are not all going to mean the same.
I like that.
And that is why I'll leave it. So what is your reaction to that?
I like that. I do. First of all, everything you said is pretty much accurate to like the context of the situation where you have been more open to the classic label than I have. I have definitely been on the other side of like the like this isn't dark fantasy. It's not a classic. Like
yeah.
Like I wouldn't even consider it to be a classic type shit. But I think I'm happy meeting in the middle. I feel like some albums are. See, that's the thing. If I were to do it, I wish I could. Hold on. So just stay with me visually here. Y'all can see my hand. Right here, I would have the classic bar. But then under it, I would have the cult classic bar. And then under that, I would have like a generation. Like I would do it the other way.
The Hall of Really Good.
Yeah, exactly. So like certain albums I would feel like is a cult classic. Like Jesus would be a cult classic.
We should do a draft for this.
Right.
One doubt we did it. You did a classics draft that I did win. Shout out to
We should do a cult classic draft.
Yeah, we're gonna do
Yeah,
another.
we should do one for each like subcategory.
Yeah, hell yeah. But I think, especially now, because like 20 years ago, if enough niggas called it a classic, it was just a classic because wasn't no internet and like you couldn't disagree with niggas. If you did, you just disagree with niggas. But now that you can like everybody's talking about it, I don't know how we'll do it. And this is like just off the cuff. I think we should do it on the show. Like we need to get like a active classics like Hall of Fame, like a nothing until classics list. And if you think an album should be on that list, make your case. Just make your case.
Yeah.
Let's present your classic argument for it. And that, I think, is just for me, because I just love to hear people's perspective. That's always been my thing on the classics, like, especially for me, like, because I have argued that Drake didn't have a single classic. My response was, this is going to sound fucked up, but I don't think everybody can make a classic. So you're saying this is Drake's best album. I don't think Drake makes good enough music to make a classic rap album, which is, of course, you can have that opinion, but that's what I'm saying.
He would have to like not do any melodic songs on there. It would have to be him just straight rapping.
That's the thing. You can like
that's what I think that's where the like disconnect comes in, because he always has like melodic songs on every single project. That's
a fact.
Like
but
even if we did Thank Me Later, he's singing on there.
That's the thing. I think he could skate by. I just when I had the opinion Drake didn't have the classics. It's just I don't think Drake's. It's like this. It's like I'm trying to think of. I'm struggling to think of an actor right now.
I don't think he could do it right now.
I don't know what's that nigga name. What's the nigga who do Spider-Man? Tom Holland. It would be like if niggas was like, yeah, Tom Holland's one of the best actors ever. It's like, yeah, he makes really great Spider-Man movies, but I'm not gonna compare that nigga to someone who's making like Dave said, a masterpiece level. I feel like Drake's is more like, yo, this is Drake's music. This is the best of Drake's music. This was the worst of Drake's music. And when it was really, really good, it was amazing. But I just never felt like it was good enough to be, like Daniel said, when you compare it to the other albums. But moving forward, I don't think that, like Daniel said, I don't think it's fair, I guess. Because time has changed so much. Where like I'm listening to College Dropout today, it's 20 songs. It's an hour and I think 15, I don't know, 20. And it's got like 4 skits.
Do you listen to the whole album
on the way here? I swear to God, yeah.
That's
start
so
to finish.
sick that your drive was that.
Listen, amazing listen. On the way here, I ain't gonna lie. Had a great time. But it's hard for me to compare that to like if I wanted to say, like if you wanted to say J. Cole last album was a classic, I can't compare that to 36 Chambers. Because it's like comparing players over a 30-year time period. So
yes.
I kind of meet in the middle on it now.
Yes.
And also with the Drake thing, because I feel like there was a shift like in music in the way some people were doing their albums. Not to be that person, but like when Drake dropped, like when he started like getting bigger, I feel like something shifted. Mm-hmm. So it's like obviously there are still people who just rap the whole time, but I feel like everybody's rap albums have like melodic shit on there.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right.
That's a fact too,
don't say that loud and proud. Do not hold that back. He deserves that influence. That is Drake's impact. Drake changed how albums are made because Drake made pure rap albums boring. Yeah. And that is, some people think that's a negative impact. Yeah. Some people think that's a positive impact, but whatever it is, it's an impactful. And Drake also is an influence, and I don't want to give this all to him because a lot of it is streaming, but the playlist album, that is a lot of Drake. Yeah, and it's like, Take Care of playlist, or was Drake just in a real deep bag with R&B music, pop music, and rap at the same time? Yeah. So that's what a conversation I've been having with myself is like, yeah, Drake has been making playlist albums since the beginning. We just didn't call them that because they were good the whole time.
Yeah, and also I think they all had the same cohesive vibe, but now
that's fair. I do agree with that.
You know, like when you put your whole music library on shuffle, you just never know what's gonna pop up. That's how I feel like his albums are. I love that point. But I don't think the next one's gonna be like that. It's something in my spirit is telling me.
It's so crazy how we'll be driving to the same place. We just taking different destinations. Because 2-3 months ago, I said Views was a classic, right? And the niggas was mad. Niggas was rightfully so, because I had been saying Views has not been a classic for like 5-10 years.
Yeah.
Like,
You have.
niggas were rightfully mad.
Fuck a classic. You said it wasn't good.
Listen,
The North remembers.
look.
The North
And it's crazy
remembers.
because a lot of this stuff I still like that first 10 minutes. You take that first 10 minutes off, completely different album.
Completely different.
2 songs, 10 minutes. You still got an hour and a half left. I don't like that Drake, but the reason I called it a classic isn't because I think it's his best album. Because I don't think it would be a top 3 Drake album personally. I really like If Your Reason's Too Late. I really like Take Care. I really like Thank Me Later. I'm just talking about music quality. But I feel like Views is a classic because of the impact it had on the rest of rap. We mentioned, like, we talked about how all of Drake's albums were playlists, but we really didn't feel like that. We kind of just felt it was Drake's sound. Views was the first one where, like, oh, this is the playlist for the rest of the year. This is how all albums sound now. Because if you think about it, 4 or 5 of the songs on Views were out the entire year before Drake dropped the album. Yeah. So when you get the album and you've heard One Dance, you've heard Controller, you've heard Hotline Bling, you've heard the Pop Style, you've heard all these songs. That is why it's his classic, because it had the impact that I didn't think it had the impact the other albums were working up towards.
Yeah, except maybe I would say Anti.
That's a great point.
Because hearing Work, like, before she dropped Anti, and then Drake dropped, like, Controlla and, like, all these other songs, I feel like those both did a number on how everything else sounded for the rest of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's why people can't let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll speak for myself. That's why I can't let it go. Because that was just such a time. Like, I'm so happy to have been, like, present for that.
At that time was...
That is a really good point, Grace. That's a really good point. I will also add to this that, first off, while we're here, I do think Drake has 3 classics. I think I'm a mixtape guy. I don't know why we had a 10-year period where everybody dropped incredible mixtapes. We loved it. We streamed it. We illegally downloaded it. And then as soon as we get into a streaming era, we're like, yeah, but it's only mixtapes. It don't matter.
You know why? You know why, though.
I don't know why that happened.
You know why.
But
if we count Wayne mixtapes, nobody has fun. Like, nobody has fun anymore.
So, regardless.
The rapper's got the gun.
I count mixtapes heavily. Yeah. So I think he has 2 classic albums and a classic mixtape. So Far Gone, I think, is a top 5 mixtape ever. That is a classic. Take Care, Nothing Was the Same are 2 classic albums to me. I do not think Views is a classic because I do not think Views is... I think Views is too long. One thing about classic albums is you're not supposed to get bored listening to them, or you're not supposed to get tired listening to them. They're supposed to feel like a movie. Yeah. And
when do you get bored listening? Like, at what point in Views do you get
the very beginning?
The 9-minute mark.
The 9-minute mark at the second song. I'm exhausted.
The first
with this
2
album.
songs.
I'm telling you, I
Keep the Family Close is legit 6.5 minutes.
And it's not good. It's not good.
No, man. You gotta chop that first.
I have,
Views, man.
bro. I have completely did
You're
a
so
180.
predictable. I hate people like you.
Did a
Kennedy
180
Rose
on
tell me
Views.
not to trust people like you.
And I love Views. But turn the 6 upside down. It's a 9 now for 5 minutes, dog.
Anthems for the real niggas.
Like,
y'all weren't there. I'm sorry, you guys just weren't there.
Yeah,
One day
bro.
you will wake up and see.
Keep the Family Close is 5.5 minutes, and 9 is 4.5 minutes, bro. That is literal 10 minutes of an album. So after that, it goes, You With Me, Feel No Waves, Height, Western Road Flows, Redemption, With You, Faithful, Still Here. Jesus. What the fuck? Then it goes Controller, One Dance, Child Play, Pop Style, Too Good, Summer's Over, Fire and Desire, Views, Hotline Bling. If that album is 18 songs instead of 20, that is a classic. I think it is.
You forgot Grammys too. Shut up, Future.
I did forget Grammys. I be having weird songs not downloaded, and I don't know why.
But like you said, the rest of that track list after them 2 songs that's Drake's best album.
Right
after that 2 songs, that is the best Drake album.
So, and that's why I don't have that's why I'm not about to kill you, because I don't like 2 songs. But I think the line between the Hall of Really Good and Classic is that simple.
That's fair.
I'm damn near on the line of, like, that's the difference between a masterpiece and a Hall of Really Good because of how good them songs are after that. So, that's why I'm not calling Views a classic, but I still think he has.
I listen to Views a lot, but, like, hearing those songs going in that order.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. And the first 2 songs,
a time.
and I will say this: Keep the Family Close and 9 aren't even bad songs, but like we just said, one's 6.5, one's 4.5. Fam, if these were 3 minutes,
I can respect that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go as far to say that that's not a good song, because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I am a big fan.
Those are
I don't
definitely
know.
like
Maybe
cool,
I'm just depressed.
I don't think 9 is a bad song. I actually do think Keep the Family Close is a bad song. I do not like. I don't like his tone on it. He sound like he moaning. My friends they moan. Like,
I don't like.
Stop it.
It was like he's talking to Nicki. I didn't like that. I didn't even like him and Nicki relationship at the time. I don't know. That shit was weird, bro.
But regardless, let's end this conversation with we can go through and name a zillion classics.
Right.
Who are your surprise rappers without a classic?
J. Cole.
You can keep going.
I'm trying. That was just like the jumping answer.
You just couldn't wait to get that off.
No. I said
You were sitting with that for a minute.
I saw a tweet that's like, you delete all J. Cole music from history, nothing in rap changes. But I don't think J. Cole has a classic, and that's not like.
That's crazy.
I mean, does he like?
I don't know. I feel like
I think Cole has 2 classics, but fuck, that's really funny.
that is.
like-
I love the J. Cole jokes. I think
It's
they're
like,
so
I
funny.
They're great. They're
I
fantastic.
love Forest Hills Drive.
Oh, that's not a classic.
I was gonna say I listened to the off season. Might delete later,